All right, today we're going to talk about a fundamental shift happening in the fashion and luxury world. We're going to look at how a massive wave of new global regulations, something that looks like a huge new cost for every brand, is actually creating the opportunity to build your most powerful new asset, a direct, intelligent, conversational relationship with every single customer through the product itself. So let's just start with a really simple, but I think pretty profound question. For decades, that tag on your garment has just been a piece of fabric. It's silent, it's static. But now new laws are forcing it to become a digital gateway. But what if instead of just being a boring link to a web page, it actually became a voice? What if it could answer questions, get things done, and build loyalty long after the customers left the store? Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we have to talk about the burning platform, these unavoidable regulations that are forcing everyone to change. Then we'll get into the critical mistake most brands are making right now, what we call the dumb link problem. After that, we'll introduce the new tech that solves it, Agentic AI, and lay out the financial argument for turning this mandatory cost into a profitable asset. And finally, we'll show you how this creates a trifecta win for your leadership team and how you can activate the data investments you're already being forced to make. Look, the first thing you have to understand is that this whole conversation isn't about some nice-to-have innovation. This is about a non-optional burning platform for change. It's a convergence of new global laws that are creating a very urgent, very real, and completely unavoidable new reality for every single fashion house out there. And what this table really shows you is a compounding effect. We're not just looking at one problem here, it's a polycrisis of regulation. If you want to sell in Europe, the digital product passport means you literally lose market access if you don't have this item-level data. Over in New York, the Fashion Act creates huge reputational risk. And in California, this is a big one. SB 62 creates direct, uncapped financial liability for your supplier's wage theft. These are not problems for tomorrow. They are here right now. So what's the common thread through all of this? It's actually pretty simple. All of these different laws, they force you to do one thing: invest millions and millions of dollars to collect and manage deep, granular item-level data for every single product you make. This is plain and simple a new mandatory cost of doing business. Okay, so you have to act. Brands are being forced to do something. But the way most are choosing to solve this compliance problem is creating an even bigger one, a massive conversational gap with their customers. So here's the issue. The platforms out there right now, they're focused on data storage. They help you collect all the required data and stick it behind a QR code. But when a customer scans that code, it's just a dumb link. It takes them to a static web page, maybe a digital certificate or a PDF. It checks the legal box for sure, but it completely misses the golden opportunity for customer engagement. This example from Chloe, who uses the Eon platform, just perfectly captures the cost of that dumb link. Think about it. A customer wants to resell their handbag. That's a huge moment of brand engagement, right? They scan the code and what happens? The platform literally sends them away to Vestiaire Collective, a third-party marketplace. At the most critical moment possible, the brand willingly leaks the customer relationship, all that valuable data, and the revenue. It's crazy. So closing this gap, it isn't about just making a small improvement. It requires a fundamentally new kind of technology. This is not about building a better chatbot. This is about deploying what's called an agentic AI. And the difference is just, it's stark. A chatbot is basically a digital pamphlet. It follows a script, it answers some preset questions. An agentic AI, on the other hand, is a digital employee. It actually gets things done. It doesn't just answer, "Can I resell this bag?" It says, "Yes, I've already authenticated it from our records, and I can start the buyback process for you right now." It executes tasks from authentication to booking a repair to processing a trade-in, all within your brand's world. Now, the magic that makes all of this possible is what we call SKU-Aware Capability. Because the AI is plugged deep into your back-end systems, your product information management, your ERP, it knows everything about the specific item the customer is holding, not just generic brand talking points, but the specific factory it came from, the exact material composition, the date it was made. And that is what transforms the conversation from shallow marketing speak to true expert-level assistance. And once you have this kind of capability, well, everything changes. You can literally shift the entire financial paradigm of compliance. You can move from seeing this as a mandatory cost to seeing it as a strategic value-generating asset. This right here is the core message for every leadership team. The conversation is no longer about, hey, can we get a new budget for an AI project? No, it's about taking the budget you are already being forced to spend on data collection and making it profitable. It's about generating a real return on your compliance investment. And the logic is really simple when you walk through it. Step one, the law forces you to invest in collecting all this incredibly rich data. Step two, you put it in a data management system like you're supposed to. Step three, the SpeakWith.AI agentic layer just plugs into that system and activates the data. And boom, step four, what was a pure cost center now becomes a powerful channel for service, for marketing, and for circularity. Now, from a leadership perspective, the real power here is how this single platform creates a trifecta win across your entire C-suite. It solves 3 different high-priority problems for 3 of your key leaders all at the same time. This creates an internal coalition for getting it done. So for your chief sustainability officer, who is so often trapped in this world of compliance reports and cost centers, this is a total game changer. All of a sudden, that 100-page compliance document becomes a live, transparent conversation with your customer. It provides a tangible customer-facing ROI on the entire sustainability budget. Now, for your VP of marketing, this finally closes that post-sale engagement gap. The product itself becomes your new 24/7 brand ambassador. It can tell the story of its own design. It can offer styling advice. It can deliver the aftercare and authenticity info that we know from studies 90% of your customers are actively asking for. This directly drives retention and lifetime value. And this is crucial. This is not just a customer-facing toy for your VP of operations. This is a powerful internal risk mitigation weapon. Just imagine your compliance team being able to scan a product batch and instantly ask, hey, confirm SB62 compliance for all contractors on this purchase order. It turns your fragmented database into an instant query tool, directly reducing that massive financial liability from California law. So there you have it. 3 of your most important leaders, your CSO, your head of marketing, your head of operations. 3 distinct, really urgent problems and 1 unified platform that solves all of them. This isn't just another departmental tool. It's a cross-functional, strategic imperative. So that brings us to the go-to-market strategy. And the key is, it's not about ripping out all your existing systems. It's a partner versus compete approach. It's designed to activate the investments you've already made. The message is so simple and low friction. You made the right choice investing in a platform like Eon to handle your compliance data. We don't replace that. We are the essential agentic AI layer that just plugs right into it and finally unlocks its true value. And by avoiding that whole rip and replace sale, this strategy removes the single biggest barrier to getting things done in a large company. It turns potential competitors into prerequisites. We just make that original, very expensive investment you made finally start to pay off. And honestly, the timing for this could not be better. The market is in a perfect storm right now. You're being pushed by the law to collect all this data. And at the exact same time, you're being pulled by consumers who are demanding the very same information. This platform sits right in the middle of that powerful push-pull dynamic. So we end right back where we started. The QR code on every single one of your products is now mandatory. The choice is no longer if you're going to have one, but what it's going to be. So is it going to be a dead end, a dumb link that just leaks your customer relationship away to someone else? Or is it going to be your hardest working new asset, a digital employee on every product in every customer's hands for life? Ready to take your conversations to the next level? Try Speak with AI today. Get full access for 14 days. No commitments, no credit card required. Visit Speak with AI and start your free trial now.